Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and today I want to show you how I basically embossed my name on this file folder and created, well, I only made one like this, but I basically just kind of decorated some of these other ones. And I made these file folders just simply using, I have some file folders from Pen and Gear that I made, I didn't make, that I got from Walmart. 24.1 cubic meters by 29.5, just regular, file folders. But you can use cardstock. You don't have to use file folders, actual file folders. You can use cardstock or whatever type of paper you like. But I made mine and I kept the tabs, and I'll show you the process in just a moment. But I kept the tabs, and that's how I was able to create these right here. But the main reason why I wanted to show you this was how I got my name embossed on here using a credit card. And I got the idea of putting the name up here from Brenda of Works on YouTube, and I'll have her link in the description from how she made her file folders. And this is like a spin-off of how she did hers, and these are going to go into my Insane Asylum journal. But yeah, I just wanted to show I was able to use a credit card and take my name off of it from the credit card to emboss it onto here and add it to the file folder. And I just decorated each of these, just to add into the journal, just using various stamps and stuff like that, and stamped images and cut out images and stuff like that. So let me just go ahead and show you the process. So here I'm just taking a file folder, and I'm going to cut it down where it's like folded at, and I'm just going to cut it into sections. I didn't really measure it, but from the looks of it, it's like 4.5 inches. So I'm going to cut 2 of them like that, and then I'm going to take the remainder of the file folder and I'm just folding it in half, and then I'm going to cut along the edge where the top portion of the tabbed area of the file folder is, and I'm going to keep it because I'm going to use it later on. And I'm just cutting this down, but it's going to be a little bit more narrow, and you'll see as we go along. But yeah, I'm just folding the remainder of the file folder, and I'm just cutting it down to size. And it's 4 inches, but the way it was folded, it's going to look different, and you'll see in a little bit. But I want to take about 1 inch off because I want that tab to show really well. So I'm just going to open up the file folder and just cut off 1 inch from each one of the individual sizes. And then we're going to take that remnant of the tab, and basically I'm using it as a template, and I'm just going to, that's how I'm going to create my tab. And I'm just going to line it up to the top of the file folder, and then just take a pen or a pencil or whatever you want to use, and that's what I'm going to use to draw my tabs. So here you see me cutting one part of the tab, and I'm going to take that same template, that same file tab portion of the template, and I flipped it the opposite way. And I'm just lining it up to the top again, and I'm just tracing around it, and I'm just going to cut the other side of the tab. And that's how I'm going to be creating my tab file folders. And I'm eyeballing it. I'm not really measuring like how wide each tab is. I'm just tracing around it, flipping it over, lining it up at the top, and then just doing, creating the same process so I can know where to cut it at. And then I'm just cutting around the edge. And like I said, I'm not sure. Most of the tabs are similar to close to the same size. But like I said, I just eyeballed it. You could measure it and mark it off where you want to trace around the tab specifically, and then how wide you want each of your tabs so that each one of them couldn't be the same measurement. But I didn't feel like doing that, so. And so here I am again, just lining it up at the top and tracing around it, flipping it over, line it up at the top again, trace around it, and I'm just going to cut it out. I'm going to do both of those exact same way. And here I just wanted to see where I should put the tab at, because I'm contemplating on putting them next to each other, and I wanted each tab to show behind the other. So that's why I made it kind of off-centered from each other. And so here we are with this last one right here. We're just going to cut that out. I think this tab might be a little bit wider than that other one, but that's fine. If I were, this is going to go into my Insane Asylum journal, so they're my personal ones. But if I were to make some ephemera to sell it, I would make sure my tabs were the same sizes. So here, I'm getting ready to distress around the edges, and I'm just taking some of that Archival ink by Ranger Coffee, and I'm distressing each one of these. Now here's what I'm going to do differently from what I saw Brenda do. I don't have a typewriter, like the vintage style typewriter like she does, or I can't, you know, get that font. So I just took a credit card of mine, and I'm just going to emboss my name on here. Whereas I think she typed hers on her file folder. I'm just going to emboss my name on here. So this is like another alternative if you want like the vintage type style font, but you don't have a vintage style typewriter and you don't want to print it out, then you can just emboss it using your credit card. Just line your file folder over top of your name. Take a, in my case, I'm just using like a little paint spatula or whatever. You can use a bone folder or just something that's going to go across your name, and basically pick it up. And somehow the black, I don't know how the black got on there, but I guess it was from where I distressed around the edges. But I like that because it shows my name pretty well, kinda. I mean, it still has that vintage faded look, but that's the whole vibe that I'm going with. So here you're going to see me just take some various stamps and inks, and I'm just stamping. I'm using, for the red color, I'm using the Ranger Distress Oxide ink, Fired Brick, and then I'm just going to be coming back through with other stamps and inks, and I'm going to be using a combination of the Coffee Archival ink and the Jet Black Archival ink, and we're just going to randomly just add, like, I guess, how should I describe it? Office style or office words and things like that. Things that you could find in a file folder at an asylum. You know, so that's what I'm doing to all 4 of the file folders. I'm just putting random stamps on them using random colors, you know. And I also cut out some stamped images and added them onto some of the file folders as well. And most of my stamps that I used came from Temu or Bow Bunny, and that's the Bow Bunny Airmail stamp set. So here, now that most of the file folders are decorated, I decided to take a book plate. Couldn't think of the name of it. And I'm just going to put it around my name at the top of the file folder, and that's going to pretty much seal it in there, and that's pretty much almost it right here. I'm just gonna gluing it down. I used some art glitter glue because I had that tip on there, and there's my name. you can do the same thing. There's all kinds of alternatives. You don't have to do that, but that's just an alternative to adding your name on there and embossing using a credit card. So, and here's what it looks like, and some of the other file folders decorated. Real fun. Just use what you have, just various stamps, just, you know, randomly put some on there, distress them. And then you've got you some file folders. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And go check out the Scrappy 8 Facebook group. That's where I saw a lot of, I got a lot of the inspiration to do the Insane Asylum journal. And I'll have a link in the description to the Facebook group and to Brenda's YouTube channel that shows how she made her file folder. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.